basically what happens is if you are actually having Open Studio, then you'll be able to see only this part of it.
Yeah.
That means
Yeah.
the system which you have installed will be your server, your local host, or your client, everything. But when it comes to the enterprise version, this is how it looks like. Whereas we can see one SVN server, one database, Talend Administration Center, web browser, and the studio. So, and the links that are given here will show you how they are communicating and what is the communication mode that happens through these channels. So what happens is when you install Talend Enterprise version, okay, so going forward I will use TIS, okay, Talend Integrated Studio, which is going to be the licensed version. Talend Open Studio is going to be the Open Studio, okay.
Yeah.
So when you opt for TIS, what happens is you have to set these things up. That means you will install TIS in one machine, and from that install part, once you unzip it, you will be able to get the studio. You will just keep it aside. Now what happens is you have to set this application server, which is a Tomcat. Okay.
Yeah.
This application server is required to make sure that your GUI is opening. Okay. The front end of this Talend Administration Center is opening. Talend Administration is TAC. Okay. So this is SVN server, which we will set up in either in the same machine or in some other machine, but we will make sure this connectivity is established. So here the heart of this architecture is Talend Administration Center. Okay. And Talend Administration Center, like TIS, will come with an inbuilt database, which is H2 database. Okay, that H2 database is specific to this Talend Integration Studio only. That is this DB. Okay, so what happens is this is the database which will actually store the information about that administration part. Okay, users, rights, okay, and other information.
Okay.
This is called admin metadata. Okay. So this is the administration part for which this is the admin metadata. This will be stored in a database called H2 database. And this is the SVN server where you will set up the projects, jobs, and branches, sub branches, everything. So now once so this is the studio that you open, and in the Talend Administration Center, you will give the details of SVN here, so that you can import the job directly from here to Talend Administration Center. And whatever the jobs that you develop in studio, okay, if you want to, if it is an open studio, you can develop a project and that project will sit in your laptop only. But when you are trying to develop some jobs in the studio of the licensed version, first you need to be allocated to a project.
Right.
And before that, you need to be a user for that particular licensed version of the studio.
Right.
So when you have the login credentials, that means this license you can use. That means when you are assigned with a license of this TIS, and when somebody creates a project, that administration creates a project for you, then that project you'll be able to see in the studio.
Okay.
So if you want to open studio of the licensed version of Talend, you should be allocated to a project.
Right. Yes.
So the studio, whatever the changes that you make to the studio, since it is already being related or it's being linked to the SVN, you will be able to see all the jobs from SVN, and whatever the changes that you make in the studio will be reflected in SVN. Right. Since this SVN and Talend Administration Center are in synchronizing mode all the time, if let us suppose for job A, you made some changes here, and those changes will be reflected in SVN. If that job is scheduled in the Talend Administration Center for execution at a particular time of a day, then that changes will be reflected here also. Okay. So when you are logging into studio, you are communicating with two things. One is with SVN server and another one is with Talend Administration Center. So the communication with the TAC will be in terms of authorization. Okay. And the communication that happens with the SVN is in terms of reading and writing the jobs.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And this is the web browser. Okay, that means it's like gmail.com, like that. There is a URL. That URL will directly connect to Talend Administration Center, whereas you can have a picture or GUI of this Talend Administration Center.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
And whatever the data that you are going to, make it available here, that data's metadata will be saved in the H2 database.
Right. Yes.
So this is the architecture of Talend Integration Studio. Okay. So coming to this administration part, this is the course content that I'm interested in. Okay. I will discuss this in briefly, and if you feel that any point is missed here, please let me know. I will add it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay. So basically, if you are trying to install any kind of a product, first thing is that you will check the requirements and prerequisites. What is the machine that you need to have to install this particular type of software in my laptop or a desktop or a network? Okay. So we are going to discuss about the installation requirements and what are the studio specific requirements.
Okay.
Okay. Studio specific requirements in the sense, like if you want to make use of studio, how this workspace, you are aware of the workspace, right? Workspace and .org.administrator.war. So there are some kind of prerequisites that we will go through.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
So if somebody asks you and comes to Ram, can you please install licensed version of the 3AS, then first you need to, what you need to do is you need to get the system configuration.
Correct. Yes. Yes. Okay.
That's what we are going to discuss. Okay. And second thing is going to be introduction to Talend platform for data management, which will have the introduction and operating principles. Introduction is nothing but there are some terminologies which are being used in the installation and as well as the administration part. Some of them like Talend, Tomcat server, SVN, job server, execution server, command line, etc. So we are going to discuss about them in brief, what are their purposes and how they are going to be used in the administration.
Okay. Okay.
And the operating principles will help you on understanding what each and every link of that particular Talend administration will do and how it will be useful on our daily job.
Okay. All right.
And coming to installing, this is installing Talend platform for data management, where we are going to discuss about how do we set up a SVN server, and how do we deploy this Talend Administration Center on the application server, okay, and configuring this Talend Studio and the activity monitoring console. That means there are some things that we need to configure after deploying. So that comes in like activity monitoring console and the studio.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I think I have given this point extra here. Again, same point. Okay. Next, installing command line. Okay, this command line is the heart of what do you say? This execution server and job server, SVN server, all are being communicated with this command line. So we will see that one also, how this gets installed or not. And we will see something like Talend runtime. Okay, where you will be able to see the real-time statistics of the job execution.
Okay. Okay.
And we will see the installing the execution server, which is nothing but the job servers. Okay, like if you once you schedule a job in Talend Administration Center, that will be taken care by one guy. That guy is nothing but job server.
Job server, yeah, yeah.
He is the person who is actually who will actually execute the jobs at a specified time.
Okay, okay.
And configuring this Talend Studio and Talend AMC. Okay, this is deployment will happen here, and we are going to configure them and how the memory has to be managed, how the ports to be configured and all we will see here.
All right, yeah.
Next, upgrading to Talend products. This is because let us suppose you are using 5.2 and your company is want to go for 6.0. Yeah. So then without disturbing the existing environment, how are you going to upgrade your Talend product?
Okay, okay, yeah, correct, got it.
Yeah. And next thing is going to be, this is the GUI. Okay, if you open GUI, then you will be able to see like what is the how to set up the users, how to set up the projects, and how to assign the users to the projects, vice versa, and how do you schedule the jobs, and the jobs can be scheduled based on some files availability. Yes. Okay, So if you want to run a job ad hoc on an ad hoc basis, then you can see that one as well. There are some types of triggers. Okay,
Okay.
these triggers are nothing but that is a go ahead signal to the job for the execution.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So these are the things that will cover. I haven't mentioned much because each and every uh, point of, let us say this third point in A, again there are some different sections, and B is different sections. So we are going to discuss them one by one. Okay.
Okay. Also
Anything
for
I'm missing, Ram?
the code deployment from one environment and the environment, that how to do the promotion, code promotion.
Say that again. I didn't get it. One environment,
Let's
another
say
environment means.
the code promotions, like we have the development. Let's say we have a job in development. I want to move it to into SIT or pre-prod or prod, like how to move the code from one environment and another environment.
Okay, there are multiple ways for that. There is no specific or standard process for that. I'll
Okay.
just explain you. It's like first thing is, okay, once you complete the unit testing, you will move the
Mhm.
code to QA. That means dev to
Yeah.
QA,
Yeah.
okay, or QA to prod or whatever. In three
Yeah.
ways. First one is build a job,
Hmm.
okay, and give it.
Okay.
That means schedule it in the QA. That is one thing. Second
All
thing
right.
is going to be take from SVN.
Okay.
Okay, that means whatever is the environment, you can take it from SVN. And third
Okay.
thing is going to be keep the job in the same in studio. Okay, keep the
Hmm.
job in studio or TAC. Okay,
Hmm.
and there's a concept called context parameters, right? Context
Context. Yeah.
file.
Yeah. Yeah. Change it to
So
prod.
point that one to either of these context files. If you want to load the data, same job, tell it to make use of the production context
Parameters.
file.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you want to load the data to QA, you just tell them that make use of it.
Okay. And let's say that development is having one SVN and production is having another SVN. So can I move the code from uh, dev
SVN to
SVN
SVN.
prod SVN?
SVN to SVN, you can't move the code because the
Okay.
setup of those servers is in different environments, right? So it's not
Okay.
possible to connect them directly.
So basically, thing is like if I want to make, let's say I'm writing a project, let's say job one, and job one is
Okay.
done, and I want to move this to some SVN in the production. So because this job one will get updated because there will be a lot of CRs on that particular job. So I want to make a copy. Of course, I can do it with a branch and main, but is there any way that I can take a binary of the code and put it in somewhere else or something?
There is a way actually, when you're exporting a jobs, like I said, like build a job, right? Build a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, okay,
So the building a job, instead of building a job, you can export the items. Okay. If you when you're exporting the items, by default there is this setting called standalone job. Okay. So what
hmm,
the standalone job will do is it will export the job into .zip format.
yeah,
Okay. There is another option. I forgot that option, which will export the job as a jar file.
okay,
Okay, .jar file.
all right, okay,
Okay, so these jar files are easily portable from any one environment to other environment. And
hmm,
by opening this one, and if you open a Talend Studio, there you'll be having design, code, and script right in the bottom.
yes, yes, yes,
You just open a some no new job, go to code and paste this code there. It will populate the job. If you come to the design phase,
okay,
design pane.
okay, okay,
So
okay,
that is also an option. If you are the purpose of having some many versions of a single job is to make sure that you are handling the CRs effectively, right? Let us suppose when you started developing, once you complete first phase of the development, you got some 5 to 6 CRs, right? It may
yes,
take some time, but client want to get a build after fixing two change requests or this change requests among many of them. In that case, we will maintain a branch, and from that branch, okay, in tag, right? In the tag, let us suppose what you're saying is I have a SVN branch, okay, which is for development or something like that. But you'll be having QA tag, production tag also, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, what you will do, you will, in the production tag, right? You will configure the SVN where the job is.
Okay.
Okay. Then get the job there. It's easy, right?
Oh, yes. Okay, like that. Okay.
You can just configure it once you get the job. Okay, but you have to maintain the same connection throughout till the lifetime of that job. But it is not possible, right? Because of that limitation, what we are going to do is we will build the jobs. Okay. And these are independent from any changes that are going to be made to the SVN.
Yeah. Okay.
So having a job which is built and given in the tag for the scheduling of the job, the purpose of it is mainly to make sure that it is independent from the changes made to the jobs, okay, to the in the SVN. Because it's not secure, right? Because Govardhan has been given the access and Ram also has been given the access to the same job. If you schedule the job from SVN, what happens? I'll make some change for my debugging purpose.
Okay. Yeah, you should not.
Then that change will reflect there and will throw the error.
Yeah.
Because of that reason, what we will do is we will make a working copy.
Okay. Yeah.
Of the job.
Yeah.
That means if I'm working on 2.0, I don't touch 1.0.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If I'm working 3.0, if I'm working on 3.0, I don't touch 2.0. If this is the agreement that we are going to make among the projects, then if somebody touches the job, it's going to be an escalation.
Okay.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah, I got to know like we should not be using the let's say 2.0 or 1.0 if I'm working on 3.0, but let's say missed. Of course, if I touch, if any developer opens the 2.0 and try to do modification, it will fail in the production because this has been configured in the production pack. So
yes.
if mistakenly, like if someone has touched and done a modification, so to avoid that, what is the precautions? Uh, what's the best practice to avoid all this?
The best practice to avoid them is to have a job, building a job and keeping it in a centralized repository where only few people will be having the access.
Okay.
But
So
your question is hypothetical. Your question is because right in the real life scenarios, right, it won't happen because the rules will be strictly passed to that. But still, by knowing these things, right, this management will keep a copy of that one in a particular centralized repository where only few people will be having the access to it.
Okay. No, basically, like in Ab Initio, the way we do is like you have a job 1.1, so we will have a separate repository, one per prod. So we will move the code, all the objects in dev, it will go to QA and in the QA repository. And
I think there may be a way in SVN, but I have never did that one earlier. SVN to SVN movement because of the scope or limitations or security of my projects. I might not did it, but I will let you know if there is any way. I'll definitely tell you that one as well.
Fine. And will you be able to tell us on the Nexus as well, like in one of the course contents, what Nexus, why we use Nexus?
Nexus. What is that Nexus?
So Talend has a Nexus product, right?
No. I have not worked on that one.
Okay.
I'm just working on Talend, DI, MDM, EBS, and data quality profiling.
Okay, profiling also it is. Okay.
But that is, those are out of the scope of this class.
No, 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 no. I know that it's I can
Okay,
ask you
okay.
if I have any queries, sir.
Please, please
Offline.
go ahead. No problem. You know what? If I don't know something, right, it's better for me also to know that information.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine, good. And user management, license management, that will be a part of the normal thing.
Yeah, user management we can do. And one more thing, this third one I'll be able to teach it theoretically. I'll give you step by step, instructions because we don't have the license version with us, right?
Okay, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm, fine then. And and let's say I have configured all these command line job server, HVN in different servers, and I should be able to, in TAC we have a configurations where we connect give the username, password, IP, port number to talk to SVN, or it's a job server, or it's a command line.
Yes,
So that's
project
also
preferences.
okay.
Project preferences. Yeah. You know what? This talent administration center, right? When you are trying to access this talent administration center, you have to
Mhm.
tell that guy from where he need to get the information for a specific concept. You have to tell that guy. That is called the configuration.
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay. You have to tell that guy that if you are talking to SVN, these are the details.
Yeah,
If you are
yeah.
talking with some command line, these are the details. You have to
Okay.
explicitly mention that there.
And also, Gautam, will you be able to show somewhere, like let's say when we have some jobs, Oracle any database components, we import the jar files in the studio. So when we deploy that particular job, where the jar files and everything code comes and sit in the command line, will you be able to tell that also?
This, we have to place that in the what is that folder I forgot. You know, like this bin libraries, right?
Okay.
See, actually what happens
Okay.
is that the purpose of having the jar files is to make sure that the job is running 24/7. In my
Yes.
current project, we have one concept called notification management. Okay, so that is
Mm,
the job basically, but we don't schedule that one in the tag
okay.
because we are going to export that one in as a .jar file, and we will place that one in the library no bin folder.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
why we do so is we don't want that means as long as talent uh, uh, keep on running, execute, keep on active stage, that job will be in the active stage.
Okay. Okay.
You're
It's a
getting what I'm
continuous
saying? If you if
process.
you if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
schedule a job in the tag, right, there may be chances that server may be down or connection issues might occur, right? Correct person should come and take the action even at 4 a.m. You can't hold work at 4 a.m. right? Because it big lost the time environment, right?
In the project description.
Yes. So if it won't convince, then probably
No, no, no. I tried because I found the same inputs in the talent form. So a lot of people advise the same thing, but I have done the similar
there will
thing,
be
but not.
some way. See, the thing is right. If it is not doing properly, means it is not are imported properly, or setting related issues in the administration center.
No, it's not urgent. And I have raised the talent support team, and because we have this platinum membership.
Oh, good. That's good. Good.
Tomorrow they have a session to set up because the talent consultant who has come, he has set up then talent infrastructure in a wrong way, like not properly he has done it.
That's the
So
problem. Yeah, yeah.
sometimes talent studio hangs for a lot of, it takes 10-20 minutes to open.
That will happen because of the how many projects are there in the SVN?
No, it's a very small, so we have 5 projects, and because it's a remote machine Windows and it's not supported, not that particular window version which is recommended by Talend. It's something different Windows. So, and RAM
Okay.
also has some problem, all this.
Obviously, RAM should be there. We'll discuss those
Yeah,
prerequisites tomorrow. Yeah, it will be helpful.
fine.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope everything is covered what you are actually expecting here.
Yeah, or else I'll keep on asking you.
Don't worry. Please go ahead. I'm always open to answer the questions.
Sure, got that. Fine.
Okay. Okay. Tomorrow, what time we will meet? I think the same link can be opened. Okay.
Okay.
So that you can, what do you say? We can connect at this time.
That's fine. Anything is fine. So tomorrow, you mean now it is 10 o'clock in India time. So 9:30 to 10:30, shall we meet?
Is there any problem at 9 o'clock?
No, that's fine. Then we can join in 9 o'clock.
Okay, fine.
Let's, so tomorrow at 9 o'clock, which is 4:30 for me. Okay.
Okay, if you are able to